Good morning, one and all present over here. Thank you for being here this morning. As you all know that this is the workshop organized for students and by the students. Today we are pleased to welcome the speakers of this workshop, Mr. Dhara Vatsani from 5th SEM EE department and Mr. Vishal Kesur 7th SEM department. Today they will be sharing their ideas and opinions upon basic Arduino programming and its application on hardware. So with that, I would request you all to give your full attention towards both of them for the rest of the time. And yes, as this session is being recorded, hope you'll attend it sincerely. Over to you, Dhara.
So the topic is Arduino basics and its hardware implementation. So my name is Vishal, and I'm currently in 7th semester from electrical department.
And I am Dharav from 5th semester Electrical Engineering.
So the outline of today's topic is why Arduino, then introduction of Arduino Uno, then basic structures of Arduino Uno, then working of Arduino, then Arduino programming and communications, then application of Arduino in real field, that is important, then conclusion, that is one more important, and then we have attached a reference, and at last then we will end the topic. Next.
The very first question that comes in our mind, why Arduino? Arduino is an open source electronics platform based on easy to use hardware and software. Arduino boards are available to read inputs that are light on a sensor, a finger on a button, or a Twitter message, and turn it into an output that is activating a motor, turning on LED, publishing something online. You can tell your board what to do by sending a set of instructions to the microcontroller on the board. To do so, you use the Arduino programming language and the Arduino software, Arduino IDE, based on processing. The other points are like inexpensive, cross-platform, simple, clear programming environment. Coming to inexpensive. Arduino boards are relatively inexpensive compared to other microcontroller platforms. The least expensive version of the Arduino module can be assembled by hand, and even the pre-assembled Arduino modules cost less than 500 rupees. Cross-platform. The Arduino software, Arduino IDE, runs on Windows, Macintosh OS, and Linux operating systems. Most microcontroller systems are limited to Windows, but that's advantage for Arduino software. Simple, clear programming environment. Arduino software IDE is easy to use for beginners, yet flexible enough for advanced users to take the advantage of as well. For teachers, it is conveniently based on the processing programming environment. So students learning to program in that environment will be familiar with how the Arduino IDE works. Next is the introduction of Arduino Atmega 328P, that is also known as Arduino Uno. Arduino is an open source physical computing platform based on a simple input-output board and a development environment that implements the processing or wiring language. Arduino can be used to develop standalone interactive objects or can be connected to software on a computer. Arduino was born at Iveria Interaction Design Institute as an easy tool for fast prototyping aimed at students without a background in electronics and programming. As soon as it reached a wider community, the Arduino board started changing to adapt to new needs and challenges, differentiating its offer from simple 8-bit boards to products for IoT applications, wearable, 3D printing, and embedded environments. All Arduino boards are completely open source, empowering users to build them independently and eventually adapt them to the particular needs. The software is also an open source and it is growing through the contributions of the users worldwide. The key specifications for the Arduino Uno. Its operating voltage is 5 volt. Its recommended input voltage ranges from 7 to 12 volts. The limit for the input voltage ranges from 6 to 20 volts. It has a flash memory of 32 KB with SRAM of 2 KB and EEPROM of 1 KB. It runs at a clock speed of 16 MHz. Basic structure of an Arduino Uno. The basic structure of Arduino has following components or parts: digital pins, microcontroller, analog pins, power supply for input-output components, power jack for power supply to the Arduino, USB port to upload the program, and the last reset button. Talking about it one by one, the digital pins. Arduino Uno consists of 14 digital pins where output components like LED, LCD, relay, etc. are connected. Analog pins. Arduino Uno consists of 6 analog pins. Analog pins are usually used to connect the sensor like IR sensor, RF sensor, etc. These all sensors have analog value. That's why they are connected to the analog pins. Most of the input components are connected here. Power supply. The power supply pins are VIN, 5 volt, 3.3 volt, ground, IO reference are used to power input and the output components. As we have discussed, the recommended range is 7 to 12 volts to play your board safely. Now, power jack for power supply. Arduino board can be powered either by USB connection or with external power supply. This is used to power the Arduino board where we connect the 9-volt battery. Next is the USB port. This port functions to program the board or to upload the program. The one end of the USB cable is connected to the laptop and another to this port. With the help of Arduino software and USB cable, one can upload the program on the board. The last, reset button. This button is used to start the program again, which is once uploaded. Now let us see a video representing the physical structure.
So you can see here is an analog pin. This is a digital pin. Reset button. Power jack and USB ports.
Now I would like to hand over this workshop to Mr. Vishal. Yes, Vishal.
So now we will discuss about the working of an Arduino Uno. So the Arduino board is connected to the computer via USB, where it connects with the Arduino development environment. That is a software that we will see later. The user writes the Arduino code in an integrated development environment, IDE, and then upload it to the microcontroller, which is execute the codes, interacting with inputs and output such as sensors, LEDs, motors, and lights. So plug the Arduino into a USB ports on your computer and check the green LED power indicators on the boards illuminates. Standard Arduino boards have a green LED power indicators located near the reset button. So this is the basic working of an Arduino Uno. Now we will see the Arduino programming and communications. So Arduino programs written in the Arduino integrated development environment. As I said, there is the Arduino software. So Arduino IDE is a special software allow you to write a sketch or programs for a different Arduino boards. The Arduino programming language is based on a very simple hardware programming language called processing, which is similar to the C language. After the program or a sketch is written in the Arduino IDE, it should be uploaded on the Arduino board for execution. So let us upload the programs in the Arduino boards. So now you can see here the interface of software Arduino IDE. So let us discuss one by one. First of all, verify. Verify means compiling the codes we wrote to check any syntax error. So we can write code in the correct manner which can be understood by the compiler. After that, there is an upload. You can see the arrow key will upload and transform the required code to the Arduino board. After that, you can see here the dotted paper. So dotted paper is used for creating a new file. After dotted paper, there is an open. The upward arrow is reserved for opening an existing Arduino project. After that, you can see there is a downward arrow. So the downward arrow is used to save the current running program. Okay. Now you can see whenever you open this Arduino software, you can see these things will be already available. That is a preparation block and an execution block. Now on the top right corner is a serial monitor. It play a vital role for sending and receiving the serial data. Your Arduino module should be connected to your computer by USB cable in order to activate the serial monitor. Okay. One thing you should have to note that you need to select a baud rate. For my Arduino Uno, the baud rate is 9600. Now you can see there is a text editor. So it is used for writing the required code. Then you can see the output pen. The bottom of a main screen is described as an output pen that mainly highlight the compilation status of running codes, the memory used by the codes and errors occurred in the program. And at last, you can see the Arduino types and the port I am using, that is Arduino Genuino. You can see in the bottom corner, and then Uno on COM9. So this is a basic interface of this software. Next. So as I said, you have to select that Arduino Uno. So go into the tools, boards, and then in board manager, you have to select Arduino Uno. Then again, you have to select a COM. As we have selected, go into the tools, ports, and then in serial ports, you have to select a COM6 Arduino Uno. Getting up and running the programs on Arduino Uno. Now let us see it's a real hardware. So connect your Arduino boards with your laptop. So whenever you open this software, IDE, Arduino software, then many programs are already available in this software. That is a basic program. So go into the file, then examples, then basics, and then blink. That is an example of blinking of LED. Other than that, there is a many programs also available in this software, that is a digital, analog, communications, control, sensor, etc. So let us verify and upload this program into the Arduino boards. So this is the basic program of blinking of LED. Let us discuss one by one. So first, as I said, that is a preparation block, and second is the execution block. Let us discuss first preparation block. So what this line means, pin mode bracket LED underscore build input bracket close, then semicolon. Before you can use one of the Arduino pins, you need to tell the Arduino Uno whether it is an output or an input pins. Here we have used as an output pin. So we use a built-in functions called a pin mode to do this. Next is the execution block. So in execution block, you can see here, there is a digital write in bracket LED underscore built-in, comma, high, bracket close, and then semicolon. And there is one more line of digital, there is a low, right? So when you are using a pin as an output, you can command it to the high or low. High means 5 volts and low means output 0 volt. In between, you can see there is a delay function. So it is a functions, it accepts a single integer or a number arguments. These numbers represent the time measured in millisecond. The program should wait until moving on to the next line of a codes when it's encounter this function. So let us upload this program into the Arduino board and check the output. So first we will verify and then upload. First we will verify. Zero error. And then we will upload. Now you can see here is output.
The red LED that is built in the Arduino is now starting blinking.
Now, next program, that is a array, a program using array. So before we go to the program array, we should know how to declare an array. So let us discuss one by one. So how to declare array? So in the first line, you can see there is the type, that is integer type. Then second is the array name, that is my underscore int. And in bracket, there is a 6, that is array size. So remember, whenever you declare an array, the elements always starts from 0 and then 1, 2, and so on. So at element 0, the value is 1. It's always starts from 0. And then 1 at element 1, the value is 2. Similarly, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. So now let us discuss the preparation block and then execution block. There is nothing in execution block, so we will discuss only a preparation block. So first line that you can see here is serial.begin in bracket 9600. So as the name suggests, serial begin 9600 is a command you give to the Arduino to begin a serial communications. Next line, that is a while in bracket, there is a symbol and serial bracket close. So what this line means? Wait for a serial ports to connect, needed for a native USB port only. Next line, that is a serial.println. Here it describes a new line. In bracket, you can see your array number, double quotes, bracket close, and then semicolon. So you can see in the for loop, so what is the difference between this serial.println and that serial.print that you can see without double quotes? And here it is a double quotes. So the double quotes means Arduino print the as it is data to the serial ports. So in serial ports, you can see that your array number will be printed as it is. But without double quotes, you can see without double quotes, the accept, it means that the accept number using the ASCII characters per digit and a value up to the 2 decimal place for a floating point number. Okay, so here will be a number will be printed. Again, here the double quotes, that is a contain value. This will be printed as it is in the serial ports. And that is the next line, that is serial.println, that is a new line in bracket my underscore int in bracket index. So index, initial value of index is 0, and then at value 0, there is a value 1. You can see the array name my int 6. You can see the element 0 value is 1. So here will be printed 1. Next is as it is in the double quotes, there is a written, let's do some calculation and store the result. It will be printed. And now here there is a for loop. Again, one more for loop. So you should know how to initialize the for loop, right? So first one is the initialization expressions, then test expression, and then increment expression. In bracket, again, my integer I, it will take as initial value, and then sum plus in the double quotes, it will be printed as it is. Again, next line, that is my int I plus 1. So initial value of I is 0 plus 1, that is 0 plus 1, it will be 1 equal to, this will be printed in the integer sum. So you can see that my int I is 0 plus 1, it will be printed 1. So let us upload this program into the Arduino board and see the output. So first we will verify and then we will upload.
The program is being compiled. Done compiling, so we need to now upload the program. It's uploading. Now on the right top corner, select the serial monitor. Make sure you have selected 9600 baud.
Now the next program, again an array. So what is the difference between the previous array program and this array program? So this is an array used in a complex form. So that is somewhat difficult than the previous one. So what is the difference? The difference is nothing here. The few lines is added in the previous program. So what that lines are, let us discuss. So first line you can see here, that is a constant integer, LED pin equal to 7. Let insert the pin variables from, I will be using pin 7. So I have written equal to 7. Again, you can see that is a constant integer, total state is equal to 10. So here is another array contain integer in the size of this array is total state, which is number equal to 10. Again, an array is initialized. Now you should know that how to initialize the array. Another array you can see that is int LED durations in bracket total state equal to 200, 400. So that is an integer array. It is also same size, that is a 10. Okay. So now in it, I store the durations of state in the millisecond, that is a millisecond. So first state is on and going to stay on for a 200 millisecond. The second is off and it's going to stay off for 400 millisecond and so on. Now let us discuss, we discussed previously, that is discussed first preparation block and then execution block. So let us discuss preparation block. So we know that is the pin we have used as output pin mode in bracket LED, comma, output bracket close, and then semicolon. Again, serial dot begin 9600 is to start a serial communications. Then again a while in bracket symbols and serial. It made for a user. Now we know how to initialize the for loop. So you can see here there is an increment, then test expressions, etc. What is inside this for loop body, right? So you can see here there is a serial dot print. Please type 1 or a 0 for a pattern step. So this will be printed as it is, right? What is happening here that I am asking the user to type 1 or a 0 for the state of the entity. Dharav, please turn off your mic.
Yeah, we shall continue.
Okay. So what is happening inside this for loop? So let us discuss what. So I am asking the user to type a 1 or a 0 for the state of the entity at each step of the pattern, right? So user have to type 1 or a 0. In the next line, it will be printed I. So without double quotes, as we have discussed, that it will take a value. So what is the initial value? That is equal to 0. Then again it will be print out of, then again total state -1. So what are a total state? That is a 10. So 10 minus 1, it will be 9. And then in double quotes it will be printed as it is. Default is 1. Now here one new line we have seen here, that while in bracket serial dot available in bracket opening and close equal to 0. So this is a equality sign. Okay. So what this line means, that we are waiting for the user to type something. Okay, and until the user has typed in something and submitted in the sketch, will be stuck in this line and will be inside this loop, right? Now next line, that is a character user input equal to serial dot read bracket. So when the user does type something, will be read it using this serial dot read functions, right? And it store into the it store it in the user input character. So if user input type 1, then it will be stored in the LED state I. Else if user type 0, then it will be stored into the LED state I, that is in the else if. Now, if the user has typed in something else, not 1 or 0, then we'll just default to 1 instead of storing something that doesn't make sense for an entity, right? So it will be going to the else. And then again, the cycle will continue. As we have discussed that it will be print LED state, initial value I with 0. Now in the right side, you can see that is serial.println. Then in double quotes, it will print it as it is, that is thank you. Now let blink this LED using this pattern. It will be printed as it is in the serial port. Again a for loop, and as we have discussed previously, it is the same. Come into the execution block, there is again a for loop, and here it describe that digital write LED pin LED state I. So now let us first upload this program into the Arduino board, and then we will see the result. So let's verify and then upload. We have verified and then upload it into the Arduino board. Now you can see the result here. That at state one state is for 500 durations, it will be delay. Okay. At step 6, that is again a 50 millisecond delay. So you have to select this board 9600 initially, and then you have to be continue. So now the application of Arduino Uno in a real field. So that is important. So it is the Arduino used in a smart home, right? So how it shows the temperature both inside and outside if the window is open or closed. Also shows when it rains and make alarm when the PIR sensors sense move. So if you have attached, you have connected the sensors with the Arduino, and you have written the program according to that, then you can make that temperature, right? It will be measured a temperature. So you can make home automations using Arduino and various program. Next is the defense. So how it will be used in a defense for battle, for a detection any craft or equipments or components overnight. If you want to detect, then you can be using as a in the defense. In the industry, how it will be used in industry. So collecting data like a temperature, pressures, humidity, etc. In the traffic signal control, of course, you can make traffic signal control at home also. Take a 3 different LEDs of different colors, that is red, orange, and green, and then connect it into the digital pin and use as an output pin. As we have discussed, upload that program according to that, and then you will see the result. Okay, so it will be used in traffic signal control. In the medical, yes, blood pressure sensor is used to measure the blood pressures. So it is connected to the Arduino, and then write a program according to that, you will see the result. Also the heartbeats and the body temperatures, monitoring using Arduino, and it will be detect heartbeat using sensor. So it will be used in medical, in the laboratories, body controls, also in the automatic vehicle controls. So to minimize the occurrence of accidents, so home automatic vehicles controls using Arduino and use a different type of sensors use, right? So it will be used in the automatic vehicle control. So these are the real field applications of Arduino Uno 8328P. Next. So conclusion, that is the most important, as I said. Today we find a most robot working for a people in industry, factories, warehouses, and laboratories. Robots are useful in many ways. For instance, it boosts economy because business need to efficient to keep up with the industry competitions. Therefore, having robots help a business owner to competitive because robot can do a job better and faster than humans. For example, robots can build, assemble a car, etc. Yet robot cannot perform every job. Today, robot roles include assisting research and industries. And finally, as the technology improves, there will be a new ways to use a robot which will brings new hopes and new potentials. Now we have attached a few reference, right? Next. So thank you very much for having here, everybody.